Clinton, I'm going to go to you because I was sort of setting us up for this discussion. You have some very interesting thoughts about the future of Alberta. One would automatically, I guess, assume without much knowledge that Alberta tied to fossil fuels might be seeing this as a kind of a death knell when electric vehicles come forward. But you have another take on it, and I'd love you to express it right here.
Yeah, so my take on this whole topic is that this is a huge benefit for Alberta. And the reason for that is because what Canadian and Canadian industry has discovered in recent years is that there are significant and large quantities of lithium in Alberta, specifically at oil sands operations. And what I've been arguing quite passionately over the last year or two is that oil sands operations, for all intents and purposes, are essentially mining operations. And so if they have these large quantities of lithium, I like to call it the recipe for electric vehicle batteries. We should be taking advantage of that lithium and using it in the manufacturing process and supply that global EV supply chain. And we see the same thing in Saskatchewan. And then, of course, if we look at other provinces like Manitoba, or if we look at the territories up north, we have significant nickel deposits. We have significant platinum and copper deposits. These are all what I like to call the ingredients that go into an electric vehicle battery. And so I think with the right planning and with the right sort of government regulations and those kinds of things, that we can sort of help move that industry along in a way that would benefit Canada's economy from coast to coast to coast.
Dr. Carr, I'd like to get your comments on this. Clinton has put forward this very interesting, I guess, hypothesis or argument that Alberta can really do well out of electric vehicles because of the inputs into batteries like lithium. Have you thought about this at all? What's your comment on it?
Clinton said it well. Alberta and other provinces, they have the ingredients. So if we can have access to those ingredients, and if we look at, I think yesterday I saw that in Quebec, they're investing about $100 million or so in battery technology development. So if our provinces, and as Clinton mentioned, that federal government and the provinces work together, and battery development is one of the pain areas in electric vehicle development. So that could be a significant boost for us as a country towards developing electric vehicles ourselves. Because we have all the ingredients, we have the capability. And if we put our thoughts together, we have this multi-trillion dollar industry to tap into. We can tap into this. So there is a huge opportunity. But time window is very short because everyone is trying to catch this wave, and this is an opportunity for us as well as a country.
Clinton, Dr. Carr said the window is short and perhaps closing. Are you starting to see signs of interest about these critical minerals and elements that can be part of this supply chain?
Yeah, so what we know for certain is that in recent months, we see a number of companies based in Saskatchewan and Alberta and other parts of the country that have figured out how to use things like lithium and actually to speed up the process from months into literally hours. The reason that's important is because we've seen the government of Canada, as well as the White House in the United States over the last 45 days, have started to talk about what they call a national or a North American Mineral Action Plan, which is sort of what I guess we're talking about here. And in order to really allow this to grow and to prosper, to take advantage of it, I think that we need to also look at the supply chain in regards to how to get these products to market. So it may be at some point, it may be a good idea for us to perhaps revisit Bill C-48 and C-69 in order to ensure that our supply chains are not interrupted, because there's nothing that could harm us more quickly than for Canada and for businesses in Canada to set up these deals with the various battery manufacturers, the various automotive manufacturers, and then to have that supply chain get interrupted it would very quickly seek out other sources around the globe if Canada is not able to meet that.